Hey everyone, this is D, Movieman, fellow cinephile, popcorn addict, and emerging film critic, coming to you with reliable recaps, reviews, and reactions. So I got another trailer reaction for you guys. So today I will be reacting to the trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong, directed by Adam Wingard and starring Alexander Skarsgård, Millie Bobby Brown, Rebecca Hall, and Brian Tyree Henry. Let's get into it.
This is our only chance. We have to take it. We need Kong. The world needs him to stop what's coming. And this child, she's the only one he'll communicate with.
I knew that they had a bond. She had nowhere to go, so I made a promise to protect her. And I think that in some way, Kong did the same.
Ooh, buddy! That is one way to make an entrance.
It's Godzilla.
Yeah, it is.
These are dangerous times.
Oh, snap.
He's hurting people and we don't know why.
There's something provoking him that we're not seeing here.
I'm of the same opinion.
The myths are real. There was a war. And they're the last ones standing.
I keep reaching for greatness because I'm built from it.
Who bows to who?
Nobody gon' stop for me. Here we go.
Kong bows to no one.
Oh, snap. Oh, okay. I was not ready for that moment at the end. Whoo! All right. Well, that looks really, really good. Wow. Okay, let me bring it down. So my first introduction to Godzilla was the 1998 film, which I didn't realize was a bad film until I got older. But I do remember for Christmas getting like this life-size replica of Godzilla that would walk and move and roar. So overall, that was kind of my experience with Godzilla to start with. I didn't realize it was this long-running franchise, that he was this character that's been around for like so many years. And then as far as Kong, I remember one of my family friends had the 70s movie starring Jessica Lange, but I was really young when I saw that. So when I saw Peter Jackson's King Kong in 2005, that was really my first introduction to the entire story. I really enjoyed it. I love the visuals, the whole style and vibe of it. So with all those films as kind of my reference points for these characters, I went into 2014's Godzilla with, you know, decent expectations. But then when I watched it, it just somehow did not give me whatever it was I was expecting. It just felt very lifeless, and I don't know, the investment wasn't there for me. There was very little Godzilla. And listen, I enjoy a slower paced film, but it's just what I was expecting for this, it just didn't hit the mark for me. And even worse, I fell asleep at one point. And one thing you have to know about me is that I do not fall asleep in the movie theater unless the movie is not good or I'm really not enjoying it or there's no investment for me, which usually means it's not that good of a film. So I was kind of on Godzilla. Then when Kong Skull Island came out, I was kind of like, I've already seen a version of this I've already liked. I don't know if we need this. Not realizing the connection between the two films. But I always enjoy going to the movies, so ended up going to see it with my friend friend Amanda. Hey, Amanda. It was actually just the two of us in the theater. We had our 3D glasses. We were all into it. We had a great time. And it ended up being a really great film. I enjoyed the island, the creatures, Kong. Everything came together really, really well. And thankfully, we stuck around for the post-credit sequence because then I realized, oh, wait a minute. We're going to have Mothra, Rodan, Ghidorah, and Godzilla. This is all one interconnected universe, and we're going to see it in the next couple of films. So as soon as I realized that, I was like, okay, I'm into it. I'm excited. I'm ready. So when Godzilla King of the Monsters rolled around, I was like, okay, cool. Well, Godzilla King of the Monsters was not a bad movie. I think whereas Godzilla was more of a slower pace, and the characters I wasn't really invested in, and we spent too much time away for Godzilla, this time it just kind of felt like there was just a lot going on. I understood that it was about all these other monsters coming together, but then we also had all these human characters that really got on my nerves. And honestly, halfway through the film, I just wanted everybody to die. I was like, please die, please die, please die, please kill them. Please. I really just wanted the monsters to kill everybody, which really says a lot. And then it just felt like it kept going on and on and on. I kept thinking it was going to end, and then it just didn't. So it's kind of like it was two extremes. This was kind of boring. I wasn't into it. And then this just had so much going on. It was too long. I was just like, ugh. So that kind of took the wind out of my sails again. So when I thought about the fact that Godzilla vs. Kong was going to come out, I was like, well, this has been very up and down as far as the franchise and connecting these films and these characters together. So now I was kind of iffy about it. However, this trailer, this looks really, really good. And I'm hoping that they've rectified some of the mistakes they made in the last couple of films. I still think Kong Skull Island has been the best of the ones they've done so far. And hopefully Godzilla vs. Kong takes it somewhere else. I can already tell that Mecha Godzilla is going to be a part of this. It was very subtle, but it was kind of obvious to me that he's going to be a part of this. So I'm interested in seeing that. I'm interested in seeing how Godzilla, Kong, Mecha Godzilla, these human characters, I'm interested in seeing how all of that is going to come together. I'm actually really excited to see that. You know, the cast looks good for the most part. I just hope that when they actually focus on the human characters in this film, that they won't make them so dumb, making dumb decisions and just making them so annoying. That was one thing that drove me crazy in King of the Monsters. I was just like, can we just get characters that you're rooting for and don't do dumb things and actually have some emotional investment in? So hopefully they've also fixed that this time around. But overall, this looks really good. I'm excited to see it. I'm most likely going to try to catch it in the theater with my mask on because this is just the kind of film you have to see in the theater. So hopefully there'll still be some theaters open so I can go and see it. And I look forward to seeing Godzilla vs. Kong. Godzilla vs. Kong will be released simultaneously in theaters and on HBO Max on March 26th. So, once again, this is D, Movieman, signing off, and I'll see you at the movies.